Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Gothic Mayhem and today I'm going to be doing a video that is art related but is also gaming related. So I decided to go ahead and design a cute little thumbnail for my friend's YouTube channel, which I'll have a link up to in the corner there. And what happened was he liked it so much that I made a full banner for their channel. So I'm going to be going through both art pieces and we will be going through and discussing all of them. My significant other Dylan is also in these videos and I have a lot of fun watching them play before they started recording. So I hope you guys check out their channel. It is called Absent Jack and hopefully you guys will enjoy it just as much as I do, although I might be a little bit biased because they're my friends. Without further ado, let's get to the art. For this piece, I used a lot of reference images. I had never drawn anybody with their hands crossed over their chest before, so I really needed some help with this. I started out by kind of going with my normal style and just sketching out and seeing what worked and what didn't, and I ended up not going with this style and found that a more cartoony approach was probably the better idea for this. I am also using reference images off screen. I've got some photos of my friends up on my phone. I just didn't want to clutter the screen with a bunch of images, so I mainly used references of the actual people off screen. Here you can see that I added another reference image, and this is when I decided to go a little bit more cartoony. I think this approach was a lot more fun, and I really enjoyed doing it. However, like I've said in previous videos, I'm still learning how to draw. Even if I'm getting better, I still have miles to go. So I ended up trying to mimic the poses that I saw in that cartoon little reference, but instead of just like tracing over them, I really tried to come up with and create the shapes myself. I find that using reference images can be really useful. However, I also see it becoming more stiff in my artwork if I just try to trace the reference by itself. I found that the best method for me is to really look at that reference, and if I'm trying to mimic it, do it on my own. I have my own flair and my own style to it, but it's pretty much direct copying. And with that, the final sketch is done and I'm going into the inking process. For the inking on this piece, and really with all my pieces, I use a studio pen, so the lines have a little bit more variety to them and they don't all seem exactly the same. So now that I've finished my inking, I'm going in and I'm creating a clipping mask base for each of the characters so that I can just go through and just draw inside of each character. They're all on their separate layers and this just makes everything so much easier. When it comes to coloring pieces, especially in digital art, I like to lay down a flat color, kind of like a mid-tone of whatever I'd like to have that area be, and then go in on top of that with some highlights and shadows and blend them together so that I have a base of what I want, and then I can go in and make it look really nice. are pretty much finished. Let's move on to our second piece. I started this piece by taking the characters I had already created and cutting out the background because I'm a lazy artist. After that, I decided to place out where the characters were going to be, and at first I thought of putting me somewhere in the bottom, and then I decided to change my mind. As you can see, I'm using the same technique that I made with them by taking the little image and copying it, but not directly drawing on top of it. This just allows me to understand more of that cartoony style that I'm not yet used to, but really enjoy working with. I'm sure at some point I'll get good enough at characters where I won't need to do this anymore, but until then, it's nice to practice. Once I have my basic sketch done, I go in and do a little bit more of a refined sketch and work out some of the details that I'm going to want on each character. All we gotta do is get rid of those characters and start inking. Once again, I'm going in with that lovely clipping mask, making kind of a little rainbow of each character on a new level, so I don't have to worry about coloring outside the lines. with that, all the characters are done, and I'm going through and just putting in the final details here. So there we have it, everyone. Here is the first art piece that I did. I think it turned out really nice, and I'm glad to know that Jack really enjoyed it. And here's the final piece. I had a lot of fun with this. I got to explore a cartoon style that I don't usually do that I really enjoy, and I got to play around with a ton of different skin tones since our group is pretty diverse. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please stick around, give me a like, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate if you guys would go check out Jack's channel as well. I have a lot of fun, and every once in a while I do play games with them, so you get to see me be terrible at video games. Well, I think that's all for now, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!